Should God be considered more important than our own family? Should our family occupy the center place and foundation of our life? In LDS theology, the family is the number 2 priority, right after God. To love God is our first priority. Our second is to love our fellow man, starting with those closest to us. I love my wife and children more than anything in the world, and it is because of that love that I love God first, because it is that love of God that actually enables our relationship to each other in their highest potential. You see, if something transcendent does not act as your foundation for your life, then you are building on sand. If your family occupies the place of God, what happens when they die in a car crash? What happens when your spouse betrays you? Again, our families should occupy the number 2 spot, meaning they are the most important thing in this world. But it does not take very long to realize that they cannot and should not occupy the center of everything. Now, think about the story of Abraham. Abraham's story with Isaac is absolutely disturbing until you realize what it is actually trying to communicate. Why is Abraham able to keep his son? It's because he is willing to value God, the embodiment of truth, even more than his son. That is why he is ultimately able to keep his son. God does not just want us to have enjoyable relationships with one another. He wants our relationships to transform into the deepest connections possible. The oneness described by Jesus in John 17. The oneness shared by the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.